Oh man, I really gotta check this camera. It's been sitting and then it just got buried. Hey, I'm back. I got a lot of explaining to do. A lot of stuff's been going on. But while I was gone, I got to thinking. Robpod podcast is back. New, changed. So let's get on with it. Run the clip.
Okay, everybody. So, we're back. And that's what I've been collecting all this year. All this beautiness. All of it. If you missed out on the Marauders figure, it's the first edition of it with all the extra junk. Big Bad Toy Store. A $319 toy dropped down to $139. So, yeah, that was my Father's Day gift. So, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. But this is a little bit cluttered. It needs to go. So, there we go. That's all done and finished, and we don't have to worry about that in our way. I eventually will talk about those figures because, again, I'm trying to figure out how I can get two cameras to work on an iMac. So then I can have a camera filming me and then a camera here. Or I could just do the side, I don't know, do a small video and then just add it on in edit, you know. But I thought it would be much easier to do like a review why I'm talking to you guys instead of like pointing here and going, hey, this is the video that I'm going to show you. This is a nice toy, you know. It'd be better like you see me and you see this little like camera with me playing with it and showing you in real time. So I'm trying to figure it out. I know there's software out there for iMacs. I don't know. Then I got to buy a second, webcam, or I just use the Note 9, whatever. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. So 10 months ago, my wife started, it was kind of like a domino effect. And my wife has asked me not to talk about it. And you can't blame her because it's none of really you guys' businesses. Does that make sense? Businesses? No, it's none of your business, basically. I try to say it nicer, but my wife, my family is the most important thing in my life, period. So, Vex on Vex stopped. YouTube stopped. Facebook stopped. Everything stopped. I was off of Facebook for a long time. By the way, I have a Robpod podcast Facebook page now. Shameless plug. Shameless plug. So yeah, go over there and friend it. Yeah, go ahead and like it. Keep up on the date. I'll be taking pictures of like things and stuff like that and giving you guys when I'm going to be putting up a video and what we're going to be talking about so you guys can, join in on the conversation, yada, yada, yada. So during that 10 months, this is where it came. Now, I'd love to go back on Vex for 5 episodes, 6 episodes, whatever, but my wife's health really went down. It was a domino effect, like I said. It was one thing after another. And if I could show you my phone, last month, the month before that, this month, so many doctor's appointments, and my wife was barred from driving. I can tell you, we're starting to see the light, and things are starting to get figured out. She was barred from driving, so she couldn't drive, and I am not driving anywhere without knowing if she's going to be okay or not because she has vertigo. I'm not going to lie. I'll say this much. She has what's called BPPV. I think it's BPPV. Look it up. It is vertigo on steroids, and any movement will make her just go completely, her head just goes completely whoop, 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 whoop. My best impression of Cayenne West. Okay, so inside your ear, you have these sacs. Connected to the sacs are tubes. Now, you have crystals inside of these sacs. If they get dislodged, they go up into the tubes. Your equilibrium, if you turn right, say for my wife, your brain is constantly trying to recalibrate itself that this could cause you to fall. And if she falls, she gets injured. If she gets injured and I'm away, it's going to be bad. So that's what happens. Yikes. I've been on YouTube for over 10 years. Okay? About 10 and a half years now, if I'm not mistaken. No, not 10 and a half. Almost 10. No, it is 10 and a half because I started on January 9th of 2009. So this is 10 years. This is over 10 years. So it's a shame because I was trying my hardest to find what I wanted to do. And it was me morally trying to be expressive with art and with the way that I wanted things done. It just, just never clicked. I would try. It was starting to get to the point where I was throwing things against the wall and just hoping one of them would stick. Nothing was sticking. I just have to be me. So I started really thinking about this, and that was it. It was like, boom, I'm doing this. But the whole reason why I was gone was because of my wife's health, and I have to start looking for work again, which I've been doing for the past 3 months now. I've just been constantly putting in applications left and right, and keeping my fingers crossed that everything goes. I have bad news, though. Some bad news, more bad news, whatever you want to call it. I don't call it bad news because I'll return eventually. So this picture you see up here is the screen for No Man's Sky to start. Now, you can see that I have 300 and something hours into it. But before then, before they integrated this save thing where you can have how many hours you played, I had it when it first came out. I had over 400 hours in the game. Well, I deleted that save and restarted brand new because a lot of people were saying that in the community. So I just said, you know what, I'm going to do it. So I did. And I think it was when Next came out. It might have been before Next. I'm not sure. I can't remember because I have over 700 hours in the game. One, the date was right before all this medical stuff with my wife happened. And two, I'm not going to lie, I had over 700 hours. I got bored of the game. I don't care about the updates. I know you're all booing at me. Stop. Just listen to me. Hear me out. So anyway, yeah, I mean, it was just getting to the point where I was like, I don't know what else to do. I'm building these extravagant, like weird, crazy, bases, and I got stuck and I didn't know where to go with it from there. And I was like, I just felt like I was grinding too much and it was just like getting boring. And excuse me. And then I thought, okay, well, we'll do this, we'll do that. And, I have over 700 hours. That's 7 games, 7 base games of RPGs like Skyrim and Fallout and any of them that you can think of, Grand Theft Autos. Their base stories, if I'm not mistaken, are like 100 hours. Why do I need to play anymore? That's like I played 7 of those games. I shouldn't be putting up a 4. 7 of those games, I played 7 of them, and I just got bored of it. And I know a lot of you No Man's Sky guys that came from when Cobra posted many, many moons ago a video that I posted. I know you're all going to say, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, I'm good. Can you see what I have over here? I have a shitload of games. You can't see it. You can't see everything over here. Why? There will be something where, you know what? Hold on. I'll show you in the little video over here. So, yeah, I got tons of them. Oh, I have now a Raspberry Pi B+. There's over, and I've did this myself. I put over 1,300 games. Some of them work. Some of them are still a little, glitchy. I have to find the right, I forget what they're called now, the right ROMs and the right ROM sets or whatever they are. But, yeah, I got over 1,300 games there, and then we're not talking about everything that's on hard drives, on digital. I want to play other games. And with my wife's health, I've only played maybe 45 minutes, and I've been playing on the Switch mostly because I've been downloading a lot of the Nindies, and I like them. I really, yeah. So I've been hooked on to the Nindies, and that's what I've been playing a lot. So, yeah, I mean, eventually I'll go back to No Man's Sky. I know there's a big update coming with 3D, and I mean, not 3D, with virtual reality and stuff like that, with VR. And I want to check out the VR. I mean, I bought a PlayStation VR many, many moons ago, like 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. And that was my last Father's Day gift, if I'm not mistaken. No, maybe Christmas? I think it was Christmas or something. But I got my PSVR, and yeah, I played it. My son plays it more than I do, let's just say that. And yeah, I just, I'm waiting for a good game, and I don't know if, I want to jump into No Man's Sky again and do the same thing over again. I mean, I might, but yeah, that's basically, I mean, I'm sorry, but we're going to be talking about we're going to be talking about video games. We're going to be playing video games. I'm going to be streaming on YouTube video games, and I'm going to do it whenever, but like kind of a bonus. The Robpod podcast is going to I'm taking any ideas, every and any idea that I come up with that would work with this. I'm putting notes in this phone, and I'm keeping them, and I'm making sure that everything goes, according to plan. I have, if I'm not mistaken, down here, I have a capture card. It's not the greatest one. A lot of people, I know most of you are going to be like, it's a sucky system. I have the AverMedia system, which is the Live Gamer Portable, and I haven't used it, and I want to use it, so I think maybe hooking up the games and maybe doing a couple videos here and there. I think it'll be fun, we can talk, chat. If, you're not doing anything and you see I've gone live, we can talk about toys, we talk about movies, we talk about anime, whatever you guys want to talk about. And that's the thing. I've bought in so many limited run games, and I haven't played, except for West of Loathing. That is the funnest game I've ever played in my life. I laughed through the whole thing. Genius game. But yeah, everything else I haven't even played. It's like, no! Now, excuse me while I have my Bob Ross Positive Energy drink. I'm not subscribed to that, or they don't sponsor me. That's what I meant to say. Pretty little drink. So, okay, so what was I thinking? Oh, so the other thing is I don't have music anymore. I got rid of all my music. It's gone. It's bye-bye. I just don't listen to music anymore. I listen to podcasts, and I listen to, believe it or not, I have Audible. Not a sponsor. They don't sponsor me. I love Audible. I have listened to so many books right now. I've listened to, oh boy, do I really want to go through with this? Yeah, let's. So I've listened to, let's see, we got, I got to go to my books real quick. So, library. So I've listened to Alien 3, an Audible original. I've listened to Disaster Artists. I've listened to the definitive guide of... No, wait, I haven't listened to that. I have the Zombie Survival Guide. I have the Battle Royal. One of the books that I'm almost done is Cosmos by narrated by LeVar Burton. And it's just amazing. Just while I'm driving everywhere, I listen to this stuff, and I love this app. I love Audible, you know. So yeah, but I just don't listen to music anymore. I just don't care about it. It's like that part of my life has completely just separated, you know. It's kind of like that chapter has been flipped over and done. I just don't listen to music anymore, you know. I haven't listened to music in 2 years, you know. Maybe I'll listen to a YouTube video of like some band that just came out with a music, you know. But I listen to it once and that's it, you know. Now, here's the other thing in the room. So, now that we're done discussing about that, and a podcast that I've enjoyed listening to, by the way, you know what? I just screwed that all up, but hey, screw it. We'll do it live! No. So there's a couple podcasts I've been listening to, and I listen to Ear Biscuits. I love Ear Biscuits. I've been listening to everything that comes from not Dude Soup, their podcast from Funhouse. I love Funhouse, by the way. I'm going on the Podbean. So I listen to the Vex on Vex podcast. I listen to that religiously. I listen to the Dad's Wrestling Federation. See, I can't even say it because it's such a big damn thing. Where the heck is it? I listen to Loud and Loaded, so that, yeah. Where the hell is it? TV Dad's Wrestling Federation. There we go. I listen to that. I listen to, let's see, the Ron Burgundy podcast is hilarious. I listen to Bartians. I listen to Film House. I listen to Atomic Hobo. Too loud. That is a great podcast. It's all about, like, nuclear war and stuff. And it's British, but it's amazing. So amazing. And I find that one of the most amazing. And I found that through Bartians. They had her on as a guest. And I looked up her podcast, and I love it. I've been listening to all of the back stuff. Dude Soup, that's another one I listen to by Funhouse. So, I mean, I'm listening to podcasts. I've listened to David Lee Ross podcast. I forget what he calls it, but I listen to that. But yeah, I just don't listen to music anymore. It just doesn't do it for me anymore. I'd rather listen to a podcast. I'd rather listen to a book, you know, find information, you know, and just put that in my brain. So, yeah, that's what I've been, you know, just doing, you know, with that. And I'm happy, and I keep banging the darn arm. Boo-hoo. Everybody's gonna hate me. But, yeah, so, yeah, my wife's hanging in there. They've been putting her through hell with, you know, tests all over the place. So, yeah, that's not a fun thing to go through every day, you know. We're just going, you know, we just went to one today. Next week, we're okay. My car got recalled, by the way. Something with the engine management. It's the fuel oxygen is like messed up. They gotta like tweak it. So the computer is actually putting too much, and it could cause a fire or stall my car and cause a high-speed crash. I'm like, great. So then I got to take that care of that Monday. That's about it, you know. And then we got a whole bunch of doctor's appointments in January. I mean, July. Know your dates, Rob. I had the trip of a life. And if Vex, if you're listening to this or watching it, well, you can't listen to it. You got to watch it. I have a small present for you. Just a little teeny present. Thought about you while I was there. We went to Hawaii for a beautiful 10 days. Well, 8 days. We spent 4 days in Hilo, which is the main island, the big island. And then we went to, from there, we went to Honolulu, and we spent 4 days there, the last 4 days there. And what a blast. It was a bucket list. Never got to do this. I've never been over the Pacific coast, or the Pacific area, It was the first time I got to step foot in Los Angeles. I got to step, it was the first time I was in Los Angeles, the first time I was in Seattle, Washington, the first time I ever got to go to Chicago. It was interesting, because we had a lot of layovers, so... And some of them were long, like an hour, 2 hours, and that was coming back. I think there was only one layover when we were going. It was like an hour. We were in we were in Lax for a while. But I tell you, Hawaii is amazing. Just great. It was a wedding that we were doing, the family was, so there was like 13 of us. My God, that was hilarious. We'll get into that in a future podcast. But Vex, yeah, hit me up. I got a small little gift for you, because I thought of you, brother. But anyway, that's about it, But we're going to be talking about a lot of things. I'm going to try as much as I can to get stuff. We're going to do live streams of video games. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to be doing, this is going to be the Variety Geek Show. The Robpod podcast is going to be nothing but geek. And one last thing. Did you see what Arcade 1-Up is coming out with? We're not just getting the Turtles, but we're getting that. The Turtles and that. Or I should say, the Turtles and that. Star Wars, the original. My wallet is going to cry. Oh well, but that's what's going on there. So I will leave you with this. I will probably take a week to get topics up so that I can move forward with this. But otherwise than that, yeah. There's going to be topics. I need to do some research and stuff, and I'm going to look up so that I have like some kind of firepower behind me and not just be like, da, 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 da. But, yes, I'm going to try to get back into No Man's Sky. I don't know when, because I just got bored of it. I didn't know what else to do. And yeah, so I'm going to show you all what's going on, and you're going to see this whole thing with the desk and how big it is and how I love it. And yes, there's still figures on it, but the boxes were they're not open yet. I opened them to look at them and just check them out to make sure that they weren't broken, and just put them back in the box, because the changes that are happening over on the other side, mind-blowing. Very mind-blowing. So, with that said, take care of yourselves. I'll see you on the flip side. Be geek every day, every time. Whatever. I don't know. I gotta make up a good thing. I don't want to steal anybody's or whatnot. Just be cool, alright? I'll talk to you all later. Robpod out.
Mega Desk Video!